I think, seeing the scenes flashed up on our screens sort of brought it home that this is a conflict that hasn't really stopped. Those people in Afghanistan are still undergoing tremendous hardship under the brutal Taliban regime. But for those, I think, who served there, a lot of people, I spoke to many veterans and many still serving, and it was this real sense of betrayal from the government. However, I have to say it is important to note that this wasn't a British decision. It was obviously the decision of President Biden, his unilateral decision to withdraw US troops back in April. So really, it was completely inevitable that Britain would follow suit. The Defence Secretary did try and rally an international framework or coalition to carry on a presence in Kabul, for example. But obviously, with the lack of US support, especially intelligence and other abilities the Americans bring, it was never going to happen. So I think it's important to keep it in perspective that this was always going to happen eventually. But I think the speed of the collapse of the Afghan government, and then afterwards, what really left quite a striking bitter taste in my mouth really was the almost abandonment of the Afghan civilians who were intrinsic to the British operation for the last 2 decades. So the interpreters, all the people who helped, the people at the embassy, security, they were really sort of left to the wolves in only a matter of 2 or 3 weeks at the end of summer. So that was particularly distasteful for myself to see. But yes, I think it's important to note on this Armistice Day and this Remembrance Weekend, the 100,000 military veterans who served in Afghanistan, they're going to be going through a particularly confusing period this November.